Hello, my name is Brandon Barnett, and today I'll briefly be going over some basic financial concepts and templates that you can utilize during your hackathon experience. The first concept that I like to go over is return on investment, or ROI. This is simply a measure that investigates the amount of additional profits produced due to a certain investment. In this case, your investment is going to be your minimal viable product that you and your team create. The simple ROI formula is gain from investment minus cost of investment divided by cost of investment times 100, and this is going to give you a percentage that represents your return on investment. A brief example of this is if your gains is $535,000 and the cost is $400,000, what is ROI? By simply plugging in these values into the simple ROI formula, you will get 34%, which represents your return on investment. Now you're probably wondering, where do I get my specific gain from investment and cost of investment from? The simplest way to generate these values would be by going to Excel, selecting more templates, then selecting business, and then by scrolling down you can create the business financial plan that is provided for by Microsoft. The reason that I would recommend this template is because it is already created specifically for business startup financial plans. It does have a brief overview of some financial literacy terms such as projected cost, startup costs, projected profit and loss model, revenues, and cost of goods sold, and it also provides examples as if you were a local coffee shop. It has examples of some cost items in their startup cost examples, and then if you go to the profit and loss example, it shows some other estimated values there as a guideline. If you go to startup cost template, this is where you'll be plugging in your MVP estimated values that you and your team come up with. Some cost items may include advertising cost, manufacturing cost, labor cost, administrative cost, etc. After you plug in those estimated values, your total cost will automatically be generated here in your startup cost template. And then in your profit and loss template, you can provide estimated values over a 12-month period for your revenue and expenses for your MVP, and those will total up to net income at the very bottom of this template. Your revenues here would represent your gains on investment, and your expenses would represent cost of investment. And then you would simply plug those values into your simple ROI formula and get that percentage. And you will need to provide this percentage and your financial documents at the end of your presentation. I'll make sure to leave those documents